part of the comp exam that I kind of wanted to bring up was there is like a post survey, and in that survey you will be asked a few things. It kind of mirrors that competency self evaluation we did at the beginning of this course. So you'll have a part of that where you're going to see, you know, kind of your progression um, since you began the program. And then it'll ask you just some key facets of your experience, your professional experience, how you're prepared for the field. And that will help us have data when we look at placement, when we look at students who are actually working in the field, and how easy it was for them to find a position or to progress in their desired career path. And one of the things that is asked on that is if you are a member of a professional organization. And that really brought it home for me. You need to be in a professional organization. That is what this next week is about in our courses: professional development and networking, and professional organizations facilitate that so well. So if you are not already in an organization, please do join one. A lot of organizations have a student membership because they want these new professionals in their group, right? So they will often have free membership or a very, very affordable membership. MGMA, ACAG. I'm a member of AAPC, which is for medical coders because I'm a medical coder. And what I recommend is finding an organization that matches your interest. So if you are wanting to work in a hospital, if that is kind of your goal, join the Kansas Hospital Association. If you are working in the revenue cycle, are very passionate about coding or billing or any of those kinds of things, AAPC is a great organization to join. If you want to work in a rural setting, join an organization for rural healthcare professionals. So be thoughtful about what professional organization you join, but also consider, can you attend those events in person? And do they offer experiences like conferences, large group meetings, CEUs, anything like that that's going to get you a lot of interaction with current professionals. And make sure it's something that you can participate in. Yes, we love doing online stuff here at an online program. That is awesome, but you can't replicate a conference experience online necessarily. I've attended a lot of online conferences. They are not nearly as good as an in-person conference where you can sit with somebody and have a meal, or go to a keynote speaker presentation together and sit with them and talk with them. And exchange business cards and do all that networking stuff, and actually be with the people that you're going to be working with in your career. So join a professional organization, start attending meetings, be involved. Don't expect them to cater to you. They have their organization set up. They are there for a specific purpose. You have to fit into that world. So start attending, be enthusiastic, be professional, be consistent. If you make a meeting with somebody, or want to attend an event and RSVP, make sure you are attending. Make sure you are someone they can count on and are excited to see, and really ingratiate yourself with those groups, because they're the people that you're going to be working with, and they're the people whose advice and guidance and support you want. So just be thoughtful about that. So I cannot stress enough how important that is. Please start that immediately. If you're not doing it today, then do it tomorrow. That's just something that is incredibly important. So, and it's something that was not communicated to me when I was in graduate school. I really thought I just got to get these classes done and focus on my research, and and I'll have those letters behind my name and someone will hand me the job. And that is not the reality of the situation. It takes so much time to really understand an industry, and to get to know the people who make big decisions in your area and in your niche field. like, because I work in a more niche field. I've worked in nonprofit and I worked in medical coding and public health. Those are all fields that require you to know people and understand their work, and build relationships. So start now and your life will be so much easier. I know I talk about this stuff all the time, but it really is so crucial. I just want to see you be successful. I want you to come back in future sessions and tell everybody everything that you know about your industry and your phenomenal success. So I'm very selfishly trying to make sure you are a phenomenal success moving forward. And it starts with these things. So that is what we mostly covered in the meeting. There were some other things we chatted about, but those were the big things. If you have questions or concerns, or if there's something you want to discuss, even if you want to discuss it anonymously and want me to just make a video about it, I'm happy to do that. Please reach out, please. I want to make sure we're getting you all the information that you need. There's nothing too basic or entry level for this kind of course, because I bet if you have the question or you have the concern, probably 7 to 10 other people have that same concern and just weren't brave enough to ask about it. So please do. But that's all that we had. As always, reach out with questions, concerns. We just have a couple more weeks. We'll be talking about professional development. We will be talking about networking, career opportunities. We'll be coming up with a great video with Dr. Bogner, which reminds me, if you do have specific questions about your practicum, I know we just did that assignment. If that brought up some specific questions or concerns, please reach out to Dr. Bogner. I can answer the more basic questions, but if it's questions about, is this a good site? Do you know X CEO or whoever? What are my requirements? Dr. Bogner is the person to talk to, and he's a phenomenal resource, and he knows so many people and is so well respected in the community. And so he will be a great person to chat with if you are anxious to get working on that practicum right away. So anyway, that was my last thing, I promise. I really appreciate you all taking the time to watch the video. We may have one more session before the end of the semester. It'll just kind of depend on scheduling. But like I said, reach out if there's something you want addressed, or if you just have a question, or we can always just meet one-on-one if you kind of want to talk through a problem. That's all I have for you. Have a great day. Bye.